Creed 3 is the third film in the Creed trilogy and the ninth Rocky film. But how was it? Adonis has been thriving in both his career and family life, but when a childhood friend and former boxing prodigy resurfaces, the face-off is more than just a fight. I was very excited for this film. I know my channel hasn't done this in a while, but I used to talk about sports, which is something I do want to get into again. But I love a good sports movie. And not only that, I love the first two Creed films. I think the first Creed honestly rivals with the original Rocky as the best Rocky film. And I like all the Rocky films, even though some of them aren't as good as others and some of them are a little silly. But this franchise has always been a lot of fun. And recently, these Creed films have been great. They've been great quality. They've been great storytelling, great characters. It all fits together very well. And another reason I was excited for this film was that Michael B. Jordan was directing the film, and then Jonathan Majors is going to play the villain. And, I mean, you combined all that, how the fuck could this go wrong? And I'm happy to say it didn't go wrong. I had a blast with Creed 3. I think this is a really good film. I don't think it's as good as the original Creed, but I do think it might be a little bit better than Creed 2, and I really like Creed 2 a lot. And one of the main reasons I have to just talk about it now is Jonathan Majors. I think out of all the Rocky films, he might end up being my favorite villain. Jonathan Majors gives an excellent performance here. He steals almost every scene he's in, and he's just having a great fucking year at this point. And it's not even just his performance. This character is written so well. It's so well recognized, and that's the biggest compliment I can give Creed 3 is the script. The script here is absolutely amazing. There's some great character development. There's some great things that happen with this story. It's very impressive what they've done. And there's actual real arcs, and everything is developed well to where we get a really great, powerful, interesting story here. The film did its job where the story was so good and investing that I was so invested with Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors' drama throughout the film that when that eventual fight finally happens, it feels so intense. And then there's actually a lot riding on the line, and you really get into it. And that's another thing. I saw this in theaters with a full theater, and this film was a blast to see with a packed theater. People were getting hyped for the fight. People were cheering. People were getting super excited. It was a lot of fun. And this is an extremely impressive directorial debut from Michael B. Jordan. I believe this is his first film he's directing, or at least his first feature film. He does a great job here. These fight sequences are always intense. I think they're very well done. It doesn't match that same energy as the first Creed, but that's really hard to do because the first Creed had the best fighting sequences in the whole entire Rocky franchise, so that's hard to live up to. But I think here there are a lot of shots that I thought were very impressive. There is a specific shot where two people are looking at each other, but there's a wall in front of them, so they don't know that they're looking at each other, but it really works well. And Michael B. Jordan, I think, did a great job there. And Michael B. Jordan, as an actor, his performance was great. I thought Tessa Thompson was great. There's a lot of great things they do with his family, specifically with his daughter. I think there's a lot of beautiful things in this film. Not everything's perfect in this film. There are some things I felt fell flat, and there are some choices that Michael B. Jordan made as a director I thought were questionable. And there's a few plot points I found somewhat silly, and I felt like that just wouldn't be how things would play out. But maybe that's just me being cynical. I don't know. There's just one glaring thing. I'm like, that's not how that would happen. But honestly, those issues aren't too distracting to the whole film itself because this was a lot of fun. I think this is a great conclusion, maybe, to this trilogy. I don't know if they're going to make more Creed films, but I think if this is how they wanted to end it, they could. If not, this is a great addition to this franchise. And it's really showing up that these Creed films are not lacking any quality. So if they did want to make a Creed 4, I kind of would be all for it because it seems like they're not slowing up anytime soon. I'm going to give Creed 3 8 Davey Daves. There was a Stephen A. Smith cameo in this film that you probably saw in the trailer or some commercials, or if you watch SportsCenter, it's like on all the time. But he's in this film, and his cameo is kind of silly, but it was fucking great. My theater was laughing their asses off. Rightfully so. I love Stephen A. Smith, so that was a nice surprise. So, Creed 3, let me know what you guys thought of it once you've seen it. I'm curious to hear, and thank you so much for watching. Click here to see more of Dave's Takes.